Our topic today is Inner Peace at First Sight. This is a special self-preparation activity for the upcoming International Vesak Day. The speaker for today's event is Venerable Pasura Mano from Dhammakaya Temple, Thailand.
To be very honest, before I was a monk, I studied international relations in master degree. And I remember very well that in the class, what we have been talking about is trying to understand the world system, how to understand state system, to see how war started, to see how conflict created. And none of them really, all of the study, all the theory, there is nothing that come into conclusion or solution that how we can create sustainable world peace. Because each time that it's happening, it's just only a temporary state of peace before the next war is happening. And actually one interesting statistic is that after the Second World War, major war seems to be declined, but there are a large number of civil wars happening around the world, and the number is much greater than before the Second World War. So let me share the screen and share this with you. So this is what's going on. This is the preamble stated by UNESCO, saying that since war began in the mind of women and men, then for the peace to be constructed must be start from in the mind of women and men as well. That is what preamble, or basically the very first paragraph of UNESCO, which emphasizes on cultural and educational development of humanity, which means in order for peace to be constructed, it must be within the mind of everyone. But then the definition of peace is actually very strange, because the definition of peace is the absence of war. War has always been in human societies and human history. Every single country around the world, one of the most important records that you can know and when you learn in school is war, conflicts. From ancient time up until today, humans never stop fighting, killing each other. And whenever we talk about peace, it's always this simple state of absence of war, which means the time that looks peaceful for a while before the next war happening. Actually, the word peace comes from Latin word pax. And pax means treaty. It doesn't mean the word tranquility in general, it means the word treaty. And pax is treaty that happened after one major country, a major state can dominate other, like in Roman time. Pax Romana is the term that refers to the treaty that ruled by Roman Empire. Everybody else is subject to Roman rulers, even though they take advantage of other civilization as well. That is the time they call peacetime, at least it's peace for the Roman, but not for the other civilization. Then, why people fight with each other? Why people kill each other? What is the origin of war? In order to solve the problem, if we don't know the origin, it won't be able to be resolved. If we look at all conflicts around the world between countries, it always, how can I get more people, more labor to work for me? How can I get more territory, more land? Because when I got the land, then I have more resources. I can take golds, I can take minerals, I can take labors from that land. So each time there is conflict, it always be driven by economic purpose. I want more. And I don't want to work so hard. I want to take advantage of someone to work for me. And that leads to war. Since the beginning of history up until today, humans never stopped taking advantage of each other. And that leads to endless amount of conflict and violence. Not to mention that leading to things like crime of passion. Murder is considered as crime of passion, that when our mind is occupied with so much passion, desire, it drives us to hurt someone without regarding on the safety of other people's life or respect on other people's property. That is war, that is crime of passion, that is stealing, that is murder. And that leads to violence and unsettling situation that happen in society. When we talk about, okay, not war between countries seem far off, let's look closer. Do we think that we really have peace in the world today? How much cases of child abuse that you see in your country? In my country, we have a lot. Sexual abuse, domestic violences, where husband beating up their wife. What is the origin of all this then? Why we look at someone as subject to be abused rather than a subject to be loved, to be compassionate towards. Without raising this question, it's going to go back to how we want to develop peace in the world. But back to the very origin of it too, things like racial discrimination, prejudice, slavery still exist until in the world today. That is what's going on. And that's why in the mind of every person, we have this discrimination, taking advantage, being selfish. So in order for peace to happen, since love and hatred begin in the mind, the construction of love begins in the mind, and that can lead to peace. And that's why we come here today in the IPF with the concept how to create an inner peace first. When we talk about our mind, we do have the level of consciousness. That's what we are talking about right now. We are conscious about what we are doing. But then we also have this subconscious mind that is driving us to do something, to say words that we don't mean, just to give hate speech, to give this discrimination. And those little voices that kept telling us that person deserves to be abused. That person is less of me. That little voice that is in every person's mind drives us to act with violence, with selfishness. So our mind has this virus. This virus is called greed, anger, hatred, jealousy, ego. We have these virus, just like an epidemic right now. Whenever virus spread out, if I am weak, I will have the symptom of the virus. So if greed virus show its effect, I will want more. If anger, if hatred virus show that effect, I will hurt somebody else. I would say hate speech. If I'm jealous of someone, then I will want to put them down. If I'm egotistic, then I will want to put other people down because I'm a lot better. I can take advantage of everything. These are the sources of the inner voice: greed, anger, delusion. So in order for us to subdue these things, it requires us to look inside. So basically, if you look outside, what is going to happen? You don't see your face. You see every single person's face, right? When you see everybody's face, what's happening? That person talk too much. That person is annoying. That person is very lazy. They all terrible and they all bad. Until there's only one good person left in the world, and that is ourselves. And then we wanted to fix everybody, but never fix us at all. And that's bring us to understand if the mind is clear, like water, everything can be seen through easily without these viruses. So at all, if the mind is clouded, we don't see what's inside. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to develop that state of clear mind. Because when the mind is clear and we see through it, we are able to make better decisions because we start to see things based on reality. Let's say if you wear a pair of glasses, the lens are blue, whatever you see will be in blue. If the color blue is your greed, then you look at the world based on your greed, you will act in one way. If the blue color is your anger, you look at the world with anger, it's different way. When the water is clear, we see things based on reality, and that means human as a human being. And that's why what clarity is all about, how we can sharpen what we see in the world. And that leads to what? Loving kindness, compassion, the will to see others people free from sufferings, the will to make others feel happiness. Imagine what it's like if everyone in the world have loving kindness and compassion towards one another. So are we able to be mindful which means mindful of our action to be loving kindness and compassion, or mindful of viruses that make us act negatively. Mahatma Gandhi once said that be the change you wish to see in the world. If you want to see the world a better place, the change doesn't start from the government. The change doesn't start from other person. It starts from you, in your hand, by yourself. Be a role model of the change that you want to see in the world. If you come here and you say, I want to see peace happening in my society, country, and the world that I'm living in, and start from making the changes together, starting from yourself. How do we do that? Be more empathetic. Empathy is when we are able to understand other people's feeling, just like when you put someone's shoes in your foot, you become able to aware of how others people feel, what you don't want to be said to, what you don't want to be treated to. I don't want people to hit me, and they shouldn't hit someone. I don't want to be yelled at, and I shouldn't yell at someone. I don't want to be having something stolen from me, so I shouldn't steal from anybody else. That is empathy. Just starting from that, the world is going to be a lot better place as well. And that's what true empathy is going to be giving. Make us become more helpful, more generous, cheerful towards others, and understand the consequences of our action. That leads to peace. But we can't pour from an empty cup. We can't give what we don't have. I can't give you peace unless I have peace in my mind. I can only give what I got. If I want to give peace to the world, first thing first, my mind must be peaceful. That state of peaceful mind is state of clear mind without the mental virus. So now we're going to be developing that peace inside, because this is the important equation. Inner peace plus outer peace equals sustainable peace. Once we have peace in our mind, plus the action of peace that we have towards others, it leads to sustainable peace in society. And that requires each and every single person, one mind at a time. And that's what leads to meditation. Meditation is the method that allows us to develop the quality of mind to be still, peaceful, and clear, to develop inner peace within ourselves. When the mind becomes clear, we think more positive. When the mind doesn't feel of hatred, we think of love. But the mind is easy to wander. As you're sitting here right now, you probably think about Thailand, what I'm talking about, what happened in Indonesia. Is keep going back and forth all the time because we think a lot. So meditation is about how we can stay more focused with the present moment. And with that, we are able to choose our action more positively. We think a lot and we can't stop our own mind. And that's what meditation is. It's going to be helping us to slow down the process. Don't force your mind to stop thinking because it won't. But the mind stands still, give you peace. So we don't try to stop it. We try to coming back and reinforce it one by one. Because we think one thought at a time. We don't think many thoughts at once. It's just one at a time, but they change so fast from one to the next. So it's all about how we just trying to make this little monkey become less naughty. Think of your mind like a monkey. It doesn't like to be in control. It moves around a lot, okay? When you try to force your attention, it's like you put the monkey in the cage. He will struggle so hard trying to get out. But if you give monkey a banana, the monkey will come to you. You slowly feed the monkey with a banana until the monkey enjoyed it. And this stay on his own. That's what meditation is. Meditation techniques are just banana. What we want is to calm the monkey. So it's about not stirring the glass of water and make it very murky, but stop and let everything settle until we get that clear water again. It's very simple. It's about recognizing any thoughts or feeling and prolong the attention with it. So today, what they're going to be doing is going to be very simple, starting from adjusting to comfortable posture. You can sit on the chair, on the floor. It doesn't really matter where you're sitting on. Make sure that you feel comfortable and balanced. That's the key. Then follow with closing the eyes very softly. Relax every part of your body and just imagine that you are feeling your surrounding, whether where you are at your home, You can just imagine yourself being in the middle of an open space in order for you to just free your mind, okay? And then afterward, free yourself from whatever your class, your study, everything that you're worried about, and just feel that space within your body. If you can try with me to just breathe, okay? Can you breathe with me? Just feeling your breath as you're inhaling. Can you try it? Breathe in very softly and deeply. Observe the air as it passes through your nostril, going down the airway, and feel it touch your abdomen. And then exhale. Do you feel the sense of comfort as you're breathing in? So if you can try it again, this time breathe deeper and gentler. So as you are inhaling very softly, let your in-breath touch that point within yourself and exhale. Okay, that is what we're going to be keeping our attention on, called center of the body. Then we're going to maintain our attention there by visualizing a bright object. If you can imagine like the sun, just like the sun you see in the sky. Imagine the sun slowly coming down to be in front of your face, let it enter into your mouth, and it goes down the airway, just like when you're breathing in very deeply until it's softly settle at the center of yourself, and just feel the radiation of the sun continue to be there. If your mind begins to wander, don't worry about it. Keep coming back. Just like watching birds. You don't have to ask why it's coming, where it's going to go, what's going to eat for dinner. Watch and let it go. Come back to where you're sitting comfortably. And that's pretty much how you practice in meditation. So without any further ado with the techniques anymore, so let's give it a shot a little bit. Then let's try it. This is how we're going to get the peace of mind. So I have some questions too. The question will be why inner peace is important. Yes, because inner peace can help us eliminate mental virus. We got to be stop being greedy, being upset, being angry, and then that we get peace of mind. We feel with love instead. What else? Ask the question. A solution to staying in nursery. So it's staying in nursery. That's very interesting questions. If you mean by nursery is like a kindergarten or an elderly, solution is we have to be responsible for our relatives and family. Wherever they are, don't forget that this is our loved one who matter to us. So we have responsibilities for them. Okay, so now that we learned a little bit about the techniques of meditation, the best thing is to try it out rather than learning that theory. So if I can ask you to just sit comfortably, can you try it to just adjust your sitting posture? You can sit very comfortably, okay? And rest both of your hands in your lap, relax your body. And if you can try to just close your eyes. And as your eyes are closed, and you just breathe deeply and softly. Breathe in and breathe out. Just breathe in again. Take it deeply. Take it very softly until you feel your breath become part of yourself. Nothing else but just your breath that you are taking it in and exhale, letting it out. Relax your entire body from head to your feet with your eyes closed so comfortably, feeling relaxation around the eyes to your entire body. And breathe again. Take it deeper, gentler. Just to feel aware of your breath here in this moment. Doesn't matter what's going on around you. Let them be. Let it be. Just feel the attention of your body sensation. So breathe in again. Feel your in-breath touch the tiny point when it turns in your stomach. And exhale. Let it all the way out. Let's bring your attention back inside. Feel that comfort within your body at the tiny point. Remind yourself of your center, the very middle part of you, your very home inside. So bring your mind back here to feel that calmness within yourself. It's okay that you may feel distracted by your environment, noises, or you may have thoughts appearing. Whenever your attention slips away, gently bring it back here, back to be relaxed and comfortable here at your center, the center of your body's gravity. Back here again. As your mind gently touched within yourself, feel the relaxation streaming from your center to your face until your whole face is relaxed. From your eyes to your nose, down to the cheeks, and to your neck, shoulders, arms and hands. Relax your entire body, legs, feet, all the way to your toes. Let relaxation fill every single cell of your body. Imagine that you are sitting by the beach or on top of the mountain alone, without anyone around you. Just yourself in the middle, surrounded by an open space. Imagine yourself being in the nature, so peaceful, so calm, watching everything that passes by, noise, sound, thoughts. You simply watch them from here where you're sitting comfortably in this middle part of an open space. Whether you imagine that you are on top of the mountain, or sitting by a beach, anywhere that you feel most at peace with yourself, without anybody, just you there. Remind yourself of your center's feeling, the feeling of peace, where it is calm inside. Our mind always goes to external matters, other people, other places. Whenever it goes, it makes our mind upset, unsettling, restless. It makes everything disturbed, chaotic. Whenever the mind returns to be here within ourselves at the present moment, it comes back to feel at peace again. That peace is that feeling comfort you have from your inside. That feeling calm, just like when you have a really good rest at night. After wake up, everything just so refreshed. When our mind is at peace, that kind of feeling stays with us all the time. So when we look at someone, we look at them from that feeling, calm, at ease. So reconfirm your center, the point in your stomach, at the end of your breath. I imagine that there is a bright, shining sun appear in your abdomen, in your stomach, just like the sun that you see in the sky. But imagine that it appears within yourself, where you can observe it, be it, feel it. Be the sun, feel its light, let it shine and illuminate. Keep the light, keep the sun within yourself. Let the sun represent your mind. As long as your mind is with you, inner peace is happening. As long as you can be aware of the sun, your mind is there inside. So keep the sun shining inside yourself, so bright. Let the light illuminate. Let the stream of calmness radiating with the sun keep streaming expanding, just like comfortable sunlight in the morning that appear at the horizon is comforting just to be. When you feel that calmness, that is peace beginning in your mind. Inner peace will transform into loving kindness, compassion. When our mind is at peace, we don't want to hurt anyone. We don't want to say bad words. We don't want to feel violent. We want to share, to give, to help. That starts from having peace in our mind. It later on becomes peace in our life. So today, we come together to cultivate that peace within. So feel the sun still shining. Let the light illuminate. Let it shine. Be the sun of peace. Imagine that yourself is the sun that always giving the light of peace to everything around you, to everyone in your home, in your neighborhood, in the whole city, and the whole country. Broadcasting your goodwill that you want to see everyone having the same peace of mind, feeling calm and gentle inside, having love and compassion in their hearts. So broadcasting your intention, your goodwill, as you are sending it to all of the people in the country, neighboring countries, and the rest of the world. To share your peace. We can't give what we don't have. To share peace, first, we must have peace in our mind. So as we set our mind here with the sun at the center, that light of peace always radiates, reaching out to the rest of the world. May all of the people be free from their violence, misery. May every single life live in peace, harmony, happiness. So expand your life from the sun inside. So now that we have shared this piece from our mind, let's bring attention back to be with the body. So breathe again deeply, softly. Breathe all the way down to the end of your breath. Feel it gently touch the center as you are breathing in and breathe out. Breathe again. Take it deep and long, soft and gentle. And exhale. Now that you're comfortable with your body, it's time for all of us to open up the eyes and smile to each other. So now we come to the conclusion of the meditation part, where we learn how to cultivate inner peace. As you can see that just like if you have a good rest in the nighttime, you don't feel like yelling at someone, hurting somebody, because we are able to find that state of calmness. When we are able to remain calm all the time, we are able to interact, engage with other people more positively and peacefully as well.